Here's some food for thought this morning. The only thing you can control in this life is the relationship you have with yourself. Prioritize it, nurture it, make it the foundation of who you are. I cannot take credit for that sentiment. Those words are Lilly Singh's, and it's the premise of her brand new book, one that's encouraging people to dig deeper into their true selves and be what she calls a triangle. And Lilly Singh is joining us this morning to explain what that means. Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we had such a great interview the last time you were here. Can't wait to get you back in the studio in person.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the book in a second, but can I ask you about being on the cover of Vogue India? This is a beautiful shot. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I mean, it's always so nice to be supported, especially by, my parents' motherland. It's always such a nice feeling. And the styling was just so epic. I've never felt cooler than being on this cover.
You definitely know how to rock a suit. And have your parents bought like 200 copies?
You know what? They're on vacation right now, so when they get back, that will be their first task. While I'm on book tour, they're on vacation. So that's how this is working out.
Hey, let's talk about the book.
Yes.
On the front it says, how I went from being lost to getting my life into shape, and that shape is a triangle. And you unpack this triangle metaphor in the book, but explain to us, what's the deal? This is you again on Vogue.
Yes.
What's the deal with the triangle?
Well, during the pandemic, I think a lot of people can relate to the sentiment of just feeling a little lost and not knowing what solid ground to stand on. And I think that is due to the fact that I've never really done the work to figure out, well, who do I want to be and what do I want out of life? Because everything disappeared in these 2 years. And so I did the work to create a solid foundation. And when I Googled strong foundations, the triangle came up because structurally it is the strongest shape with the strongest foundation. And I thought that is how I want to build my life, where I have the strong base and everything to come builds on top of that strong base.
You write about a new friend that you acquired over this last year or so, and you call her Anxiety Singh.
Yes.
How have the last few years been for you? We've navigated COVID. You've launched and wrapped your late night show.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think I never used to be someone that experienced anxiety early on in my life. And I think over the past couple of years with my career and with everything happening in the world, I started to feel really anxious, and my nervous system started to go into overdrive. And so I had to actively do the work to not only just mentally build this safe place in my mind, but also put practices into my everyday life, whether it's, limiting social media, meditation, being present with myself, just to bring my energies to a place that would benefit me.
Let's talk social media for a second. You have a huge online platform, obviously millions of followers, but you say in the book you deleted all your social media apps off your phone a few months ago. How did doing that affect you?
Yeah, so I did delete social media for about 6 or 7 months during the pandemic, and it was lovely. I got so much time back in my life. I feel like I eliminated so much noise. And I know that sounds scary. I'm not gonna lie, for a while I had phantom phone where I tried to take my phone out and I tried to scrolling on something, and for a while the social media app was the weather app for me. I was like, what's new? What's new on the weather app? But eventually I really enjoyed the peace that entered my life, and it has changed my relationship with social media. So right now I do have it back on my phone, but my relationship with it is not one of codependence. It's really just more of a tool instead of something that uses me and consumes my whole life.
Something that I found interesting that you wrote in the book is about the transition you had of being the person you were in your 20s, which is like go, 24/7. You loved the feeling of being full of work, and giving yourself permission to say, I can still be hard work, but it doesn't have to look like what it did in my 20s.
Right. Yeah, I think we should all be open to this idea that our definition of success can evolve and change. And I think we should embrace changing definitions in our life. I still believe in hustling and working really hard, but whereas in my 20s I would agree to do the gigs that I wasn't necessarily passionate about, now having fun and being passionate about things and actually taking breaks is important to me. So I do think it doesn't have to be this all or nothing mentality. I do think we can work hard and we can achieve our goals while also being mentally healthy. I think I've earned the right to be in that place.
You definitely have. Lilly, love chatting with you again. Like I said, I can't wait to have you back live in the studio. Congrats on the book.
I can't wait. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.